Welcome everybody to our live concert, and you have heard our today's artist, a young 18 years old Dariia Ahapova. It's my big pleasure to welcome her, a harpist from Ukraine again. We have wonderful talents over there from that country, and of course, it's my big pleasure to welcome you and of course to introduce you to the world. So Dariia, will you now play for us the first piece of your concert right away?
Hello, Jana. Yes, I'm also so happy to see you. Yes, so now I'm beginning.
Excellent. So we will hear Domenico Scarlatti, the Sonata E minor. Bravo. Very welcome again to everybody, because now we have already got a big audience and many of the comments already which welcome you as well and say hello to everyone. And we have also our Lisa Rakovskaya who was with us last time, so it's wonderful that we can be also again one big family. Dariia, you are only 18 years old and you have already so many experiences and so many exciting memories from your wonderful playing already. You have got so many awards. Tell me, when did you start to play the harp?
Actually, I started with the piano. No, first I started to play a violin because my mother is a violinist. So when I was 3 years old, I started to play violin. I played only 1 year, and then I went to music school to be a pianist. And I already have learned. Yes, I already have learned 2 years. When I started 2 years, I learned a piano when I started to play harp, and it was like really interesting story how I met my first harp. Because my mother, she is also a musician and she is a teacher of violin, and she has a job in our music school where I studied. So I was in this school, like I spent there so much time, and once like I needed to do something after school, after everything what I had in this school. I need to have fun like in school, so I went to the concerts. And once I passed through the music hall in our school, and I heard some miracle sounds from this hole, and I was like, wow, what is this? And I looked into this hole, and I saw a huge instrument. Like I never seen such an beautiful and big instrument, and it sounds really amazing. And I was like, I was sitting all the concert without any movement. And the teacher, which concert was, which did this concert, um, she saw me, and she phoned my mother after that, and she said if I would like to try a harp. And my mother said, absolutely not, because this instrument is too big, too heavy, too expensive, and too difficult to play. Like you need control not only your hands but also your legs.
Feet, yeah.
So yeah, fits, and it's so complicated, like to control this all in a small head, like 7 or 6 years old girl.
Mhm,
Um, and my teacher said, okay, but if something happens, so you know where is my class, and you can come in and try.
mhm,
So the whole year I was passing through this class with my mom, and I was asking her if I can come in and just try this harp, because
mhm.
it was so amazing. I felt in love, really. And year after, my mom said, okay, let's try. And she said she thought that we will just speak with this teacher, and
Mhm,
she just let me play some glissandus, and that's
mhm.
that's all. But my teacher, my first teacher, Diana Karczynska, she was too like strong woman. I don't know, and she said like, okay, without any speech, red is do, blue is fa. She put my hands on the strings, and we started to learn scale. And next Friday, see you, and we had no choice.
But you fall in love, and it was really your choice. You have actually really fall in love with it. So that's something very special. And I think that you incredibly fit into that instrument. That you were born a harpist. So
Thank you so much.
it's really wonderful. And your father is also a musician, or only your mother is a violinist?
Only my mother. My father he is like self-employed, but my father he is like a real harp father, I should say, because he
Mhm.
always bring harp some everywhere. Everywhere I say, he brings the harp, and like it's also a really huge work.
That's fantastic. And do you remember when you played the first concert after you started to play the harp when you were 7?
Yes, actually, yes, I remember I played one piece. It calls O'Clock. Like
Mhm,
I don't know in English. I think it sounds like this.
mhm,
And I
mhm,
played only with second finger.
mhm, mhm. And did you have this big harp already at that time, or did you start on the little harp?
Uh, Unfortunately, in Ukrainian, there were almost no little harp. Like
Mhm,
we played only on big harp, and I had a huge chair with a lot of things on it, like books or something like this, to sit
mhm,
on it. And I had also this thing under my legs, under my
mhm.
feet. So
Of course, yeah, of course. And this is your own harp, of course, already.
that's not my own harp. I actually don't have my own big harp, only small.
Mhm.
Uh, yes, but I hope that some days I will take my own harp. I will
Yes,
buy,
you will certainly, because
of
how
course,
we
or
can,
I will bring it.
yeah, how we can have such a talent without the harp? Of course, you have to have the harp. So, because I have seen a big list of the teachers, you did study with each of them very shortly, or with many of them in one time?
Which each with each of them. So Diana Kurczynska, she was my first teacher. I've learned by her
Mhm,
um, 8 or 9 years.
mhm,
And after that, I needed to finish my music school because we study here. We study here. We learn here only 8 years, but I've learned
Mhm.
9.
Mhm.
Uh, and after this, I needed to choose what do I want to do then. And
Of course.
I decided to make myself with like to do music. So and uh, I knew Larisa Klevtsova. She was my previous teacher before Xavier de Meister.
Mhm.
Yes, and I knew her since I was 10, I think, and
Mhm.
we regularly met each other on competitions and festivals and just in harp companies. So and she's like a really good teacher. I wanted to take something from her, and she's not only good teacher but also a good like woman, good
Mhm.
person.
Mhm.
Yes, and after that, I decided to go to secondary special music school, where I
Mhm.
also learned Lisa. Yes, and Veronika Limishenko. Yes,
Mhm.
to this teacher, to Larisa, to my lovely Larisa Klevtsova.
Mhm.
Uh, yes,
I
and
have also some picture with Lisa together. I just need to find it. Here we are.
yes,
That
yes,
are
we played a lot of duets together.
yes. So you play duos together, yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
And here's also, of course, Veronica, who she
And it
does
was
give you also. She gives you lesson.
yeah, it was my first master class, and it was my first master class with Veronika Limishenko.
Okay.
So yeah,
And here it's another teacher.
it's not a teacher. It's Elizabeth Plank, and she also
Hmm.
it was glowing harp competition, and she
Hmm.
was a member of jury, and uh, she gave us a master class.
Hmm. Okay. And here is, of course, your recent teacher. How long have
Yeah,
you been studying with Xavier?
um, I'm studying by him since 1 year already, like almost from this October.
Hmm. But of course,
Yeah.
the school is now in a certain position as everywhere. So,
We are
have
doing
you
it
had
online.
lessons? Have you had lessons online?
Yes, and it goes like okay. You
That's
know, story how I found Xavier as a teacher.
mhm,
Uh, so when I was 11 or 10, I've heard first time his video on YouTube. It was Claire
mhm,
Deleuze. I remember it like it was yesterday.
mhm,
Um, and yes, I felt in love in his playing, like really a huge man, and he plays so lovely.
mhm,
And yes, after this, I looked for his work, his playing,
mhm,
where did he participate, and everything. And when I finished this secondary school,
mhm,
uh, I needed to find where I want to study then after that.
mhm,
So I just looked where can be a good teacher, and in Hamburg, um, at least my relevance,
mhm,
and I just decided to look who is teaching here, and I was so shocked and so surprised that Xavier is a teacher in Hamburg, and
mhm,
I sent him a couple of my videos, and
mhm.
he answered me. Yeah, and he said that Dariia, you can come and show me your playing, and like I was really happy. It was like the best day in my life.
I can imagine, absolutely. And do you remember what did you play to him?
Yes, I played the Colorado Trail. No, I
Mhm,
played Tournier Morning,
mhm,
the Colorado Trail also, and Elegy. which I will play next.
Okay, well, we have a wonderful program now in front of us, so maybe you can now share with us a little bit of your music which you prepared. Is it going to be the Leži by
Yeah.
Glinka? Okay, perfect. We are looking forward then. Bravo. It's beautiful piece, and this piece we have actually heard already at the very beginning from the recording which I have used from your YouTube video. So you can all who has not heard now the whole piece for live, you can always find Daria's videos on the YouTube. Dariia, what it's now your projects in the future? These all pieces you are playing today, do they have any reason why you learn them, or is there just your choice?
Actually, it's of course it's for my program in university where I study now. But like it was my dream since I was a small girl to go to a Israel competition. So I've seen the program there, and we started to prepare. Like my
Mhm.
Xavier said me that, okay, take this, and we will prepare. So
Mhm. Wonderful. So, are you going for the Israel, or do you think that?
yes, yes, I will. It like the same. The most important thing is not to win the competition, but to
To prepare?
to prepare. Yeah, to take to
Mhm.
have experience of it.
Mhm. So it's really, you have still plenty of time to make all the program ready because it's only
Yes.
next year. But it's wonderful that you already go for it. And so, what did you learn from the program already? What everything you have already in your hands?
Scarlatti, it was my first
Hmm.
piece.
Hmm.
Also, Le Rossignol,
Hmm.
from Liszt, it's yes, and Grand Genie Rhapsody, which I will also play today,
Hmm.
um, and Glière, first and third part, but I won't play it today because
Excellent.
yeah,
Excellent. So you learned all these pieces through this year, during
yeah,
this school year.
yes.
Fantastic, yeah. And because you have sent me many pictures, if I can just go through them, because it will be nice if you can just tell us a little bit. This is a big group of the people. It seems like an orchestra. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, with my really big pleasure, I will tell you about this huge project. Um, since 2016, I'm a part of, if I can say, big family which calls Youth Symphony Orchestra of Ukraine.
Mhm.
Um, this project, this idea of this project belongs to Oksana Liniv and um, Bundesjugend Orchestra, like Youth Symphony Orchestra of Germany, and Beethoven Fest in Bonn. They
Mhm.
made this orchestra to play together. Like this picture you showed, we are only 30 people,
Mhm.
and
Please go to
now
another one. Is it the other
yes,
one?
uh, that's our orchestra now. Like that time when we played together first time, we were half Ukrainian and half German people. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was around 150 people who played auditions to this
Wow.
orchestra, and they chose only 30. So
Wow. Wow. So you are the only harpist there, or do you have two harps?
we have one more harp. Actually, this student is also from. She was learned by Larisa Klevtsova. It's Masha Girenka, Maria
Mhm.
Girenka.
Mhm.
Yes, she's also a wonderful harpist, and she's also a part of this orchestra. But like, I'm a first harp, and she's a second harp. But she plays in another one youth orchestra, but of Lviv.
Mhm. And how do you do it if this orchestra is based in Ukraine?
Yes, there is people around from 12 till 22 years old,
Mhm. Mhm.
uh, and
And how
they're from
often you
all over Ukraine.
mhm. And how do you how often you rehearse together?
Um, we um, we come together to one city, which our director or Oksana Lina, they say me they say us, and it's um, regularly it's Lviv, but it was also Kiev. Um, and we are living in hotel, and we are eating them and spend time together. It's so important, I should say, because we are like for these 4 years we started to be a big family. Our relationships are too close, and like I love you guys. I can
I,
say,
I,
yeah.
I can
I
imagine.
hope you're watching me now.
That's wonderful. Really, I can imagine that this really the communication of and this society when you are so much close together, it's really getting a big family. That's absolutely
Yes.
clear. But as you are studying now in Germany, of course, this year it's very special. But how do you manage with the rehearsals and with communication with the orchestra as well? Because the first half of the year, the first semester, you were probably moved to Germany. You were in Germany based. So how did you do it?
Yes, but the thing is that we meet not like every week or every month.
Mhm.
Um, we meet only when we have a concert, like when
Mhm.
our conductor is Oksana Liniv, She is a wonderful Ukrainian conductor. She's so talented. She won the Gustav Mahler competition. She was a prize winner of the Gustav Mahler competition,
Mhm.
and she was a first female conductor in Opera Graz. So, and she like she was supporting to make this orchestra. Like this
Fantastic.
idea was her.
So she created. She
Yes.
was the founder of the orchestra. Wow. How old is she? How old is she now?
Um, I think she's around 40.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But it's wonderful. I don't know if there are more pictures so that maybe we can see her because I have no idea. So, but I will just show more of the group pictures. If
Yes,
it's
it's our
also.
first group of orchestra. The
Mm-hmm.
there.
And here's also
Yes, that's Oksana.
that's her. Yes.
Yeah.
And here you are as a soloist, or you have got
That
some
was
prize.
just that was just after a concert, and we were just greeting each other and
Mhm.
congratulate like with a good play, well played or concert.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So when is your next project when you do together another concert?
Actually, yes, it's our atmospheric photos together. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I can't say because of this coronavirus, we can't
Mm-hmm.
do projects, and we can't say anything about this.
Of
And
course. Yeah.
big part of what we are doing with this orchestra is playing Ukrainian music. Like
Mm-hmm.
if we will participate Beethoven Fest in Bonn, Young Hero Classic in Berlin,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, Musikverein Graz, and many of very popular youth orchestra festivals. And everywhere we played some Ukrainian composer. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's
That,
really important for our culture.
absolutely, that's fantastic. And concerning the harps, as it's always a question of the people, do you also travel with your instruments in the orchestra, or they borrow the instruments on the place?
They borrow the instruments because
Mm-hmm.
harps like this are not everywhere in Ukraine, and we can't like take them with us, and it's too
Mm-hmm.
complicated.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, and as I have seen before we get to the broadcast, that you are now surrounded also by another harpist, by the mother of our Veronika Lemishenko, Ala. Uh, does she give you also lessons, or how does it go? Because I feel like the Ukrainian harpists, they are really a family. They are all
Yeah,
supporting each other. So, how did you get together with all the people? When was your first time when you met Veronica and when you met also her mother?
actually, I can't say clearly because our big family of harpists always do some competitions or festivals in Ukraine to make our culture like better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's why we always together on these festivals and competitions. Like we don't care which places we become. Just we get just
Mm-hmm.
uh, just to take a part in this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we are
And
always together. And this is a huge project which makes Veronika Limeshenko a glowing harp competition.
mm-hmm.
It's really a fantastic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
Veronika Limeshenko is super class with this thing because uh, because many of harpists of all around the world comes
Mm-hmm.
to Ukraine and knows about Ukraine,
Mm-hmm.
about us. Yes, and also with this glowing harp marathon, there were how many countries were there? 16, 16 countries took part in this marathon. Can
Fantastic.
you
And
imagine?
now Veronica wrote that her mother is not a harpist. I saw that she's also a harpist, so that's my misunderstanding. And I'm so happy that I'm now more informed about it. So I didn't know that Allah is not harpist. I saw that the whole family it's playing the harp. So now it's nice and now it's clear for me. And because you had done already so many competitions, which competition you feel like the most important for you up to now?
I think it's not only one, because of course it's a glowing harp competition, because I won there um, 2 times. I won the second place. And also it was just now. It was a French competition in Limoges, and I took their first place. Yes,
Congratulations.
thank you. And yes, I played a lot of harps. There were Kamak, Salvi, and Lion Hill. They were together, and I could try every harp I wanted, and I could also play every harp I wanted. Um, so yes, and I met a lot of interesting people on this competition.
Absolutely. And again, you can only confirm that to learn the pieces for the competition is always the big motivation also.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, here's Veronica only confirm what I said, that you are really big family, which is great and wonderful. And absolutely. And here also Lisa confirmed that Veronica does a lot of and big work. Yeah. It's fantastic to have such people in our harp community. It's really wonderful. And Dariia, when you will finish the studies in Hamburg, you will study all 5 years, or you started bachelor there at the moment?
I started. Now I'm on second semester of bachelor, so I need to study there on bachelor 3 more years,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 years on my master.
Master, yeah, indeed, yeah. That's what I wanted to say, that you did not go to master, but to the bachelor. That's really wonderful that you can do all your studies over there. So, and what about your German? You speak German?
Yes, I have B2 level,
Mm-hmm.
but with students there we speak as German, so also English and Russian and also Ukrainian, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there is like contingent there is very huge.
Yeah. And because I can see that you are playing the Kamag harp, when you did the competition in France, which harp did you choose there for performing?
I choose line Healy style 23 because in our class there's two line Healy styles to 23, and
Mm-hmm.
I just
So you get used to it also to play. Yeah, wonderful. And so we have another maybe piece you can play for us, because you have a piece of Liszt, Le Rossignol, which you will also play for the competition next year in Israel. So we will be very happy to hear it now. So good luck.
thank you.
Congratulations. I'm just sorry that during your playing, the connection went really away. So it has
Oh,
been stopped a little bit, but I'm sure that everybody who would love really to hear Daria's performances, there is so many beautiful videos which I have already posted during the whole week. So who has missed it, you can see it on the Facebook, the Harp channel, and you can of course listen to a wonderful playing of Dariia without the problem with the connection, internet connection. But anyway, it's live, so that's how it's the connection unfortunately sometimes not in the good state, but we are very happy to have you today with us. And Dariia, because you were saying so many informations about your studies, can you just tell us what after your competition in Israel, if you have any of your goals which you would go to, if you would like to, of course, after you finish your studies, if you would like to go to be only the soloist, or if your plan is to be in the orchestra, because you were also saying how exciting your orchestra now position is. So I would like to know what's your wish.
I think that maybe most of all, I would like to be a soloist. But of course, if it would be such a great orchestra or just a good orchestra with a good program, I would really love to work there.
Mhm. And this orchestra which you were mentioning, how all I mean, how long the orchestra last? I mean, how long your position is going to be there?
Um, I think just for now, I will be there till I will 22.
Aha, okay. So it's only until the age 22.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you don't need to do the audition every year. You just do the first audition and that's it.
Every year, we have participants who are 22 and more years
Mm-hmm,
old. So next year, we could say next year they will go from this orchestra. So
mm-hmm.
we need to do auditions for to take people uh, uh, instead of this. Instead
Substitute
of,
for the 22
yeah.
years. But in the harp, you are still safe. You are 18 years old only, so you have plenty of time. You have still 4 years to go. So that's wonderful. And is there any planned already now for your concerts with this orchestra? Is there any in this situation, if there is any concert planned?
Um, we recorded a CD with, we already recorded one CD, and
Mm-hmm,
then we recorded a hymn of Ukraine. Um, so with one Ukrainian singer,
mm-hmm.
and I think our next plan will be to take a video clip him, with him,
Great,
or I
wonderful.
think.
But can you meet even in this situation in Ukraine? Because I don't know exactly how the situation now in Ukraine is with the COVID. So can you meet and can you play together now at the moment?
Um, to meet in big company, we unfortunately can't, but
Mm-hmm.
we can like spend time together or practicing together, like two or three of us, and we are doing it. Prepare some ensembles because on all these projects like Beethoven Fest and etc. etc. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we also played camera orchestra, camera chamber
Ensemble. Mm-hmm.
chamber concerts. Yes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we prepared some duos, trios, and
Mm-hmm. Yes, because you play also. You were in Bayreuth in the
yeah,
fest, music fest, and I have seen here a duo which you played with the clarinet, and there is
yeah.
your photo with wonderful, of course, who speaks German can read it, that it's really brilliant harpist. And what did you play together? Because with the clarinet it is not so often this combination.
We played mm, two pieces from one suite of Britain composer. I can't
Mm-hmm.
say now his name, but the thing is that before this concert, I was I lost my scores. It was really big problem, and I'm so happy that I had such a great like partner in my duo because he found these scores. They are not in the internet. They were somewhere, I don't know even where, and he found them, and he found also a um, printer, like a thing uh, to to
Copy.
make the scores. Yes, to copy them and to get the scores.
That's
So
really
it
lucky.
was like 5 minutes before the concert.
Oh my goodness, that's also not pleasant for us as harpists if you are used to play from your music where it's pedal and everything is there written, and now you had know your music. But you certainly did it fantastically, as the review was so brilliant as well. So surely, and is it the only duo you play, or because you I can see also with the violin? Is it your mother?
It's my mother, yes. And actually, it's in our secondary special music school.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I think it could be one of the first Glow and Harp festivals.
Okay, wonderful. And here it's also with your mother. What
Yes.
repertoire do you play together?
Um, we played Hasselmann's melody, and also when I was small, I also
Mhm.
wrote my own pieces for harp and violin. And it was, I think, two. First called Vanille, and second
Mhm.
called Aquarelle. Um, and we played it just, or
Mhm.
we also found some, a harp is Ireland instrument, like national instrument of uh, yes, of Ireland. And we also found some folk pieces and just made them for harp and violin, and it's
Mhm.
actually.
It's wonderful. And do you have any siblings? Do you have any brother, sister, or someone
Yes,
who plays
yes,
also? Yeah. And do
yes.
they play some instrument?
They did.
Hmm.
My brother played a guitar. I think I sent you this photo. My
Yeah, yeah,
brother
yeah. I
played
will. I
guitar.
will find it because I have here this.
Yeah, it's also with this clarinet
Yes,
on
yes.
this concert.
And then I because the photos are
And
very.
little brother and sister. They are too small.
Ah, okay. So maybe this one? No, no.
No, that's actually it was a concert for children in
Hmm.
Bonn on
Hmm.
Beethoven Fest, and we just played some piece. And I didn't play because I wasn't in this piece. And children could just come to us and
Hmm.
just play something or ask us something, or
Hmm.
just like if we say yes, you can, then they did it.
That's nice. I think that it's always very great experience for the little children to touch the harp. I think that this is the one.
Yes, yes. That's in the middle. It's my small brother. He played the guitar, but he didn't like it so much as I
Mhm.
like harp. And now he doesn't play.
Mhm.
And that's my sister. She also played the violin as I did, but I think it was she started not in 3 years old, but in 4 or 5. Now she
Mhm.
also doesn't play violin, but she plays piano.
Oh, I see. So maybe when she plays piano, maybe she plays the harp later on as well.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, and now, do you have any concert with your mother together in the future? Do you have any plan?
Unfortunately, no, because my
Mhm.
mother always teaches, and she has a lot of students, like really
Mhm.
too much,
Mhm.
and she has no time like to prepare a program for a whole concert.
I
So,
understand. I understand.
and
This is
we are not
also,
together. Yes,
yeah, it's beautiful hall also. It's wonderful. And do you
it's
feel when
very harmonic.
uh-huh, wonderful. And do you feel this we have already not seen, but it's with the bassoon, it's also very interesting
Yes,
combination.
I for this duo, I wrote Kjell Markusen and asked him could he give me. I was so inspired by Delphine Konstantin Reznik and her husband.
Hmm.
And I just wrote Kjell Markusen if I can take and play this course with my friend. She's my very good friend. It's
Uh-huh.
Kasia Silva, and she studies with me in Hamburg. And we played together in this orchestra. It was one of these concerts. So we played this piece called "The Way I Heard," I think, of Kjell Markusen.
Hmm. Wonderful. So you have only one piece together, or do you have more pieces together to play?
Unfortunately, only one, but it's just by now.
But yeah, of course, yeah, it's certainly you should do more because it's very unusual combination. I have
Yes,
here also a photo. Uh, this is a Russian harp
yes.
for harp. Those who don't know, but do you have it at home or at school, or I don't think that you have it in Hamburg, right?
No, I don't have it in Hamburg, but it's not my harp. It was a harp that It was also in our orchestra, and I took this harp from my room to the hall where we had a rehearsal.
Mhm.
uh, and I found this photo so atmospheric, so that's why I sent it to you.
Mhm.
Uh, um, and yes, almost every school which has harp, it has such a
Mhm.
harp
Mhm.
like
But it's
that.
I was also studying on this Russian harps in our school. It was also, but I found it really for practicing great because it's very strong. Like you had to have really power to get something out of it. So that was
Yes,
really good for the
exactly.
for the fingers. I think we have here one message from Veronica about the piece which you played
Yes, yes, indeed.
with the clarinet. So
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
And here is one also. This is from the orchestra. Certainly, when you were playing, you had a
Yes,
salve, this beautiful salve harp. It was borrowed at the
it
tour.
was in Bayreuth. It was in Bayreuth, and I had this harp for 2 weeks, I think, and I could practice it every day because they played seventh and ninth symphony of Beethoven by Beethoven
Mm-hmm.
uh, without harp. They played also Liszt piano concerto, also without harp, and I had a lot of time to practice, and I was like too happy because I had such a great harp and I had such a lot of time to play it.
Yeah, of course. And as I was also, as a student, I was going to Bayreuth as well. So I know absolutely very well this atmosphere there. Who is teacher there now for the harp? Is there still, because at that time it was Alice Giles giving the lessons and she was the for master classes there. Is there any harp teacher at the moment?
Actually, I don't know because I didn't see there any harpist like at all in every
Mhm.
orchestra which they were. Only I was as a harpist.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, because it's of
Um,
course few years later, like now.
yeah.
It was a little bit earlier, but at that time it was also for the orchestra. We met always for the orchestra, but at the same time we had the master classes through the whole time of this meeting. So it was really nice. So I thought that maybe it is all the time the same. Yeah.
Yes, actually, in our orchestra, there is also such a thing as to meet teachers and play with them, but only in a group rehearsal.
Hmm.
So,
hmm
yeah.
hmm Here is beautiful pictures of you, a beautiful picture of you. Is it from the concert in the orchestra or solo or chamber or what is it?
It was also in orchestra, and I'm sure that it was under near Lviv. We were there on some in one big house like a
Mhm.
hotel, and there was really very beautiful hall with huge windows. They were like walls
Mhm.
with, on in windows, and every sunset there was too beautiful, and this
Mm.
something like this.
It's really great. Can you tell me which kind of pieces you like to play the best? Like for you, which you like the most?
I think it's so typical for harpists, but I love French music. I don't know. I can play it always and everything what is French. I love to play it, but also I love to play Russian music as well
Mhm.
because I think it's my soul.
We will hear Granjani music at the end, so we will. I will be very happy to of course to present this with you. We have just few photos here still left, so if you can just tell, this is the conductor, right?
Yes, that's Oksana Lini. It's the most
Mm-hmm.
uh, prouder. I don't know. I'm proud of her because she does a lot of for our culture in Ukraine, and she was like first rehearsal with this orchestra. It was first rehearsal with orchestra by me, like a role. I never had such an experience, and she was to come with us. Like
Mm-hmm.
also it's so important.
And what piece did you play as the first time in the orchestra? What was that composition?
It was um, Boris Letoshinsky on the banks of Wisla. Like it was a Ukrainian piece. There was a lot of harp for, like really, and it was such a strange rhythm, and it always changed. And thanks to my lovely Larisa Klevtsova, we learned it all like by heart. And like I hope I played it okay without any problems.
Sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was actually too hard for me as for 15 years old girl.
hmm But it's a great experience for you to start so
Yes,
early in the orchestra. Yeah.
yes.
And here it's also a group of people. It's you play the little harp, but of course, this is not the orchestra of which we are talking about, or is it?
It's in Kiev, and it's so nice project. I think it goes every year
hmm
in Kiev, and it's like a competition of ensembles. And
hmm
after that, after a competition, after results, uh, we are all together. We are coming to this square
hmm
and play Order of Joy.
That's wonderful. And who
Yes,
does the transcription for this ensemble?
we just play it like one voice.
So just
Yes,
one piece which everybody plays the same
yes,
sound.
yes, same
I see,
sound.
I understand. Yeah. And you play also in a trio. Tell me
Yes,
who is there.
it's so nice because uh, on the left side sits Larisa Klevtsova.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, on the in the middle sits Lisa Rakovska, and then sit I.
Mm-hmm. I
Yes,
can see here also once
yeah.
more.
I didn't learned by then by Larisa Klevtsova, but we already met each other and we knew each other, and
Mm-hmm.
such a
And you
such
played
nice
together.
recording.
And you played together as well, as we can see. And here is also another picture.
That's my first on the left side. That's my first teacher, Jana Krasinska, and
Mm-hmm.
from the right side for me, it's my mother.
It's your mom, yes, the violinist, of course. And here's you as a soloist with the orchestra. You
Yeah,
played you played the Mozart concerto, wasn't it? Because you are
yes,
with the flutist.
yes. It's my classmate actually.
Mhm,
Um, yes, we. I when I was in tenth form,
mhm,
uh, I came to this special music school, and
mhm.
first girl which I met was this girl, and I asked, "What do you play?" She said, "I play," flute." And I said, "Let's go play flute and harp concerto of Mozart."
And have you played it for the first time, or did you know it before?
I played it for the first time, and we
hmm
played it like extremely high tempo,
hmm The whole concerto, or only the first movement?
only the first movement.
And do you like it?
Yes, I like it really much. I like sing it till now.
hmm And what cadences did you play?
Good question. I think from Brin, yeah.
hmm hmm All right. And tell me if there is any wish you have which you would like that comes true. Is there anything what you would really dream about?
First of all, I dream about my own harp. That's really I think the first thing which I want to have. And I also want to become a person like a good musician. So I that's my dream, and that's what I want to be.
And you certainly will be, because we can see that you are born as a musician, and I'm sure that all your dreams come true. And I really wish you that the harp will become your absolute result of all your work, because if it's not possible to buy, you will certainly be able to win it if you work very hard. And I wish you really all my best from my whole heart, and that you will be happy, that you will be successful, and that you will be healthy. So I hope that we will have a chance to meet as well one day. And I wish you really all my best. And if you want, we have the last piece of yours, the Grangiani, which you prepared for us. So if you would be so kind to share with us, we will be very happy to hear your wonderful performance. And I would like to thank you for a great concert, for a great experiences you were saying to us and sharing with us. And of course, to everybody who was with us, all your comments or your wonderful words for our guest, our artist today, Dariia. And I wish you all my best wishes and good luck now for everything what's coming out in your future.
Thank you so much, Jana. I also was really, really happy to see you, first of all, and to talk with you. It's my big pleasure.
I wish you my best. Yeah, take care and good luck now. I'm looking forward to hear your Grangiani.
Okay, then I will play.
Bravo. Dariia, thank you very much again. Bravo to you. Bravo to really everybody who is looking and watching us and being with us. And thank you very much for all the work you do. And I wish you that you keep working, you keep your passion for the instrument, and that we will hear about you for sure. And I'm looking forward to meet you. Good luck and bravo again. Thank you everybody to be with us. Wish you a wonderful evening, good night, and I'll see you very soon online. Have a great time. Bye bye to everyone.
Thank you, Yana. Yes. Bye.